Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. Today we have a very interesting episode from Soccer Co. So if you were with us for our unboxing, you might remember this. So this is Kuzukiri, and according to the culture guide, this is a traditional Japanese noodle made from kudzu starch. Usually served chilled, came with honey, but I don't know how well you can tell from this. It looks like it might have melted in transit. I don't know. It's kind of got this big blob. I don't know. It feels like something has happened. So maybe we have noodles in here, maybe we don't. I'm not really sure what we're gonna get when we open this. So the instructions said to open this, pull out the honey pack and put it in the fridge. But I just put the entire thing in the fridge, and it's been there actually since we did the unboxing. So I'm not sure how well any of this is really going to work. We are going to find out. So with all that in mind, let's get started. Itadakimasu! Alright. I'm also going to call out, something Soccer Co does is they always include a dish, which is something I say for the channel. This is one of their dishes from like the very beginning of the channel. I think it might have actually been our first, either our first or our second. So yeah, we're going to see how well this works. I really hope that they did make it intact or that they recovered somehow during their time in the fridge. I don't know. There might be something of noodle left in here. I don't know. I don't know how well you can see with my camera. I'm seeing like ghost images of noodles in here. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay. I am seeing like noodles in here. They might have survived. I really hope so, because this seems really cool and I want to try it so bad. And it's basically filled up the entire dish. I was actually kind of worried that the dish would not be big enough. Okay, their picture in the culture guide is showing chopsticks. We're definitely going to need chopsticks. Alright. And so we have our black honey. That's not too bad. I have to admit, when it said to pull out the honey before you put it in the fridge, I was kind of worried. Just because, you know, cold honey gets very, very firm. I was a little concerned, but I just didn't pull it out. But that worked really, really well. I am very pleased with how well it worked. So I'm not sure how, yeah, I feel like it's a lot more visible with that honey in there. Oh, and these noodles are so slippery. I am so glad that they made it. I was genuinely so concerned because we have had things melt before they get here, so I was so worried that they'd melted, and I am so happy that they didn't. All right, let's try. Okay, that is really kind of interesting. So the noodles themselves don't really have much in the way of flavor. Uh, they're they're slightly chewy. It is very smooth. It kind of reminds me of gelatin, to be honest. It is really interesting. They're super. They slip everywhere, but they're not slimy in any sense of the word. They're just really pleasant, kind of almost watery. Um, I feel like without the honey in there, there really wouldn't be much flavor at all. But it is really pleasant. It it's just really nice and refreshing and light, and I I see what so in the culture guide they said, that they're a perfect summer treat. Uh and they're right. This is a great summer treat. It is really light and refreshing and cool, and it's kind of got that wateriness to it, but at the same time, like it's really pleasant. It is so hard to describe. I think it's something that you're going to have to try for yourself, but at the same time, please know, like these are really pretty fun and they are very tasty. These are really cool. Would definitely recommend if you're curious about these sorts of things. This is fun. Coach Osama. So to recap, we tried our Kuzukiri, uh, traditional Japanese noodles, and they're kind of wild. They are very nice and refreshing. They would be excellent on a hot summer's day. Uh, really nice, really light, and just with that honey in there, it's nice and sweet and pleasant, and I highly recommend if you enjoyed like these more traditional treats, this is definitely not one to be missed. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny.